From assault rifles to sniper rifles to shotguns, we are looking today at a handgun as a part of the DLC that comes as part of a weapons pack, the 357 Joker. What's going on, all Ghost Recon Wildlands fans? Unpredictable 60 here, bringing you guys the next gun review in Ghost Recon Wildlands. As I mentioned, we are looking at 357 Joker. This is the handgun. It's a revolver, and of course you can't edit anything on here. You can't put any side scripts or anything like that on here. It comes as is. It has a very high damage output for a handgun, a pistol, and this is probably one of the slower shooting pistols in the game, and I would recommend that you use this at a safe distance. That way you're not gonna kill yourself or get yourself put in that type of situation to where you're just getting mowed down by people spraying you down. So I mean, it's just one of those things you have to want to use in moderation, of course, so just be mindful of that whenever you do use this pistol. Now, while there is no silencing this weapon, it is still very effective at any given range. I will have to say that you guys just witnessed that this weapon was probably most useful, and anything 100 meters or less, I would not recommend trying to do anything above that, because like I said, you can't silence this weapon, so that means that you can't really do much about the accuracy. This weapon is as is, and of course there is nothing you can really do about how accurate you are with this weapon after a certain distance. I will have to say though that, I mean, the 100-meter shot is probably about as accurate as it'll probably get, honestly. And for it to be something that you use in anything like this situation, a nighttime operation or something like that, if you want to go in stealth, this is not the weapon to do that with. Of course, you're just going to find yourself having a harder time trying to be stealth with this weapon because it's so loud, and you're definitely going to alert people anywhere nearby. So just keep that in mind whenever using this weapon. Now, not being able to use a silencer isn't all bad. Of course, you guys can see that this weapon, even at a good bit of distance, at least at 80 meters, this weapon still is very effective at giving you that one-shot kill per kill. So it's not like you're going to have to sit here spending too much time on any one person. Now, this is the just regular assault people, and they have no armor. There's not Unidad, so it's not like you have anything to worry about. Now with Unidad soldiers, I'm not sure exactly how many shots it would take, but the regular cartel people are just a one-shot kill because none of them wear armor. So that's one of the things that gives you a plus as far as how effective this weapon is at killing a person, or how strong the weapon is. Like I said, the damage is really up there. So for this to be a pistol, probably the only pistol with this high of damage. Now, the only pistol I can really compare this with is the Deagle, because that weapon also probably has a really terrible recoil and high damage output. And you know, they like to say that the revolver has a more controllable recoil with high damage output, but I mean, I would still feel like both weapons would be fairly easy to use in this game, just because of the simple fact that you can go from first person to third person, and third person would probably help you out a lot better than trying to use this weapon at first person versus using that weapon at first person. Now, of course, you can always find different ways to make both weapons useful. Now, of course, this weapon could be used in third person, and you'd be a lot more. I mean, you guys can see right here, the effectiveness of this weapon is still good. Now, I think with the Deagle, you have to look at the fact that it might be terrible at recoil, and you probably would be a lot less likely to hit someone at 100 meters versus this weapon at 100 meters. So that's one of the comparisons that I saw or can see with both of these weapons being. I don't know exactly how the Deagle's output of damage is and how the accuracy for that weapon is, but if I had to guess, that would be my differentiation between the two weapons. Pretty sure I said that word wrong. Anywho, getting back to the topic, this weapon, I think, is a very useful pistol, and of course it only has 6 shots. Being a revolver, you're only going to get 6 shots, and of course if this was like a heavy gunfight, more than likely this thing will not save your life. This thing will not be something that's easily accessible. You know, you might want to consider a smaller pistol or something that would actually be quicker to switch to, because this thing might take a minute to pull out, and in the time, even in the few seconds that you pull this thing out, you can end up finding yourself going down and not being very successful during a gunfight. So for those of you looking for an effective pistol, this is not the one I'd recommend as far as, you know, something that would be useful in a battle situation. Now, if you're just wanting something that would actually just be fun to use but very powerful, then yeah, of course, this weapon is that weapon. But anything you're looking for quick access and just a big clip to take out your enemies with, this again is not something I would prefer to. And sorry I sound sick, and sorry I keep sniffing throughout this whole thing. It's just I have allergies when the season comes around. I really hate to say that. And then, you know, of course I sound so like one of those nerdy people you see on TV or some cartoon. Hey, I have allergies. But, you know, of course it's not like that. It's just allergies, pollen, all that good stuff. But yeah, you guys can even see when this weapon is going up against a helicopter, even it can be useful. Of course, you don't want to really be using this during this type of situation because this thing will definitely not do you any favors. Of course, he had his teammates helping him, but he also has his teammates. Their battle upgrade is like all the way up there, so his teammates are very effective when it comes to almost anything. So that's one of the things that just helps him here, is trying to use his pistol. If it was just you and some teammates or like actual people, it's probably not going to help you in that situation. Unless you're all putting bullets into the helicopter, you're probably not going to do yourself any favors, and it will result in this. So you'll of course go down, potentially even die if you've already went down before. But if I had to say that this weapon was useful for anything, if you're going to go in full assault, you know, this would be something that you poke up after a little bit from sitting in cover, and just you have to really just play whack-a-mole with this thing, you know, just pop up whenever you feel it's safe, and then that way, you know, you can kill someone and actually get an effective shot. Because other than that, this weapon isn't something I'd recommend in a heavy gunfight situation, even if it does have a high damage output. And some people can actually find good use in this thing. I'm not saying that people who want to use this or even have used this are just terrible. You know, this can actually be really useful for some people. Some people know how to utilize weapons like this. So it's just really all to what you prefer when it comes to pistol. But I think I'm going to end it off here, guys. Thank you all for watching this video. If you all have enjoyed this gun review on Ghost Recon, then go ahead and give us that thumbs up, because of course that really shows the support and how much you guys enjoyed this video. And it's just really fun for me to try to educate you guys on different things that come from this game. And I just really have enjoyed this game since it's been out, and I cannot wait to continue and see what the story ends like. And of course I can see videos on that, but of course, what's the fun in watching a video when you can just play through it yourself and actually have something to do and have some entertainment for yourself. But if you guys are fans of Ghost Recon, then go ahead and subscribe, because of course this will be a lot more there'll be a lot more content from this game coming up your way, and you guys can have a good chance to see all kinds of useful information, even fun videos on this game that me and my friends do. And of course, if you guys have any comments or questions, or would like to comment on anything that you saw throughout the video that caught your eye, that you just felt that needed to be questioned, go ahead and do that as well in the comment section. But this has been the 357 Joker. Unpredictable is out.